Hey, welcome back to Left 4 Dead Garage. Going to jump back on Pinky. Staying pretty hot and heavy on this truck. Got a lot of lists left. Seat mounts. That's what I got going today. I'm gonna see if I can't get some sort of idea. I'm going to get the width fixed and we'll cut a few pieces for the legs. That way we can try out a few things so she can come by and check it out. And what I got 3 sticks of DOM from work. We'll get those cut up, and I'm not going to worry about moving the tabs on the seat tracks just yet. These tabs here, so the seat will mount to these. I'm not going to worry about modifying the track just yet. We can do that later, because I really like to get me a clean table, fold out table down here. That way I can lay the seat down somewhere safe and clean, because white. And yep, so let me get a few things moved out of the way in there, and we'll start taking some measurements off this bad boy as far as where I need my width to be. And well, you know, we may need a table like right now. Well, we can use the Ranger table, so it's pretty clean. If not, I'll lay down the tarp or a truck cover or something, or a towel. I don't know. Either way, fender cover, that'll work. Yep, let me drag some stuff out and let's see if we can figure this out today. All right, I got the tracks on here. Once I really slid them back and forth and looked at them, all I did is take the step drill and go up one more size, and it was just enough to not have to do any modification like welding tabs on these tracks or anything like that, which super thankful for that. The tracks function, I got them where they need to be. This is 14.5 center to center on these studs. What is this roughly? And this is 12 inches, so substantially wider as far as that goes. I've got the other tracks. I got the tracks that I split, so I'm gonna bolt those on, and then we'll get an idea how much tubing I want to cut and sleeve on those ends, or sleeve the center. And then once I get that done, we'll stick it back in there. I'll cut the feet off before I bolt them on here, actually, and that way we can cut us some leg stubs and get it situated a couple of different heights and see what she wants. So let me do that. Let me cut the feet off and then we'll stick it on here. All right, I got us some sleeves cut. I went 13 inches just so I could stay away from the sliders. It would probably, no, it would not, because once I get them snug down in there, they hit. So about 1.5 inches from the inside to here is roughly the middle. I got it marked with a paint marker. Got the feet cut off. Still need to sand this back in some spots so I can weld around it. I'm gonna take the little belt sander, go around these pieces, get the paint off, then we'll bolt them back to the tracks, and then instead of tack them on the seat, you know, because I mean this looks like a campfire waiting to happen, I'm gonna take some self tappers, maybe put 2 in each and hold them real good, pull them back off, and then we'll take them in there and weld them. Once we get that done, we'll start cutting us some sleeves, or some leg sleeves. That way we can get some adjustment, figure out where she wants it, how she wants it, and well, we'll go from there. All right, I got it put together. Got the legs bolted on, got self tappers in the sleeves, so we know exactly where it's going to stay or where it's going to land. We'll carry it in there. We'll weld around this, and then we'll make a couple of sleeves for the legs. I think 1 3/4 inches, I believe, is what I'll do is I'll do a couple 2-inch, and then a couple 1 3/4 inches. Maybe we can play around with them, but that was roughly about a 2x4 width, and it seemed like it was all right. But that was for me, not for her. We'll let her make the call on that. 1/4 inch may not make enough difference. Maybe we'll do 2 inch and 2.5. I don't know. I got plenty of tubing, but we will figure it out. So let me pull this back apart and we'll get this thing tacked together. Carry this thing in there, weld around it. All right, I ain't worth a hoot at welding around something. So we'll just make the most of this. Hopefully it don't look like Fido's honey. All right, let's see what we can do here. I've done better. I've also done worse. So I think what I'm gonna do is pull those screws out and we'll just weld those holes up, belt sand it slick. But let me make sure it fits. All right, we're good there. Let me find a drill. Probably chamfer those holes out big and then plug weld them. All right, that's probably good enough. All right, so now what we got left is cut some legs and see where we're at with that. So let me go bolt these back on the seats and we'll cut some tubing. All right, so roughly it'll go up on the leg like 2 1/4 before it hits the the bend, and that'll stop it. So we're gonna go 4 1/4. I'm gonna cut one and we'll see how it looks, and we'll go from there. Looking back, probably should have just carried all this to work and used, I got a bandsaw over there. We'll just cut this one with the Sawzall and use the big bandsaw at work. That way I could have set a stop up and cut them without having to measure every one of them. All right, let's see how off I am. My saw cut's a little crooked. 4 1/4. We're not too bad off, but it is. Well, it's not terrible, but I guess I could always take it to work and face it off in the lathe if I needed to, but I'm gonna see how this looks, and if it looks okay, we'll make another one.
Competition Products, your source for hardcore engine parts for street, strip, and oval track. Our free catalog is packed with hundreds of product lines from the best-known manufacturers in the performance industry. Lowest prices guaranteed. Free shipping and handling on all orders over $149 in the continental U.S. Need expert advice? Our knowledgeable staff is just a phone call away. Competition product. Race parts sold by racers since 1970.
All right, before I get too far away again, let me show you where we're at in this. Oh, well, I guess it helps if I turn the power strip on to charge things, but I guess the camera will do for now. It's cold, so it'll probably wipe it out. Back on Pinky still. I got, the seats are actually attached to the truck. As you can see here, there's my socket. I didn't realize I left that behind. So I got them in there. Doing these sleeved legs actually worked out well because the floor is a different level. It actually goes downhill right here, so I was able to actually match the legs to the floor, which that wasn't as easy as I thought it would be, because I had to make sure the seat was level to the truck and all that, and well, I got it just as best as I could possibly do it, and man, I'm pretty happy with it. So I fudged a little here. So to get the driver's seat in the center where you felt like you were, you know, instead of driving off to the side, I fudged the passenger seat to the passenger side about an inch, because she had mentioned she wanted a console. And as you can see, there's not a lot of console room, and then there's just not a lot of room in here, period. I mean, the truck's pretty small, so I fudged it that way about an inch. Probably could have never even told that to anybody, and nobody ever even noticed, but just in case somebody did, that's why I did it. Give a little more room. I do need to notch the shifter because that's a little far once you're back here. So I'm going to pie cut it down here, bend it back. I thought about putting a lean into it to the passenger side because that would be reverse. And if I was sitting in this thing, you could tell, but your leg is pretty close to that. So I thought about maybe first being, you know, where it goes back to the 3/4 gate, and then that way you got first gear, second gear, and then reverse would roughly be right there instead of way over here. But I mean, it is a long jump over, and you're not in reverse that much that long. So, but I may not even fool with that other than just pie cut that shifter and bring it back a little. So what I've done is I've made some plates. I've also lost the light. I've made some plates for the floor instead of doing like just nuts, bolts, and big fender washers or whatever through the floor. I made some about 3-inch square. So what I'm going to do is I've got these things marked. Let me see if I can stick the light to some. So I've got them marked. Actually, I didn't mark this one. I missed it. But I marked them with paint marker, as you can see, all around. And I'm going to go back and clean those up because I'm going to weld in those holes and weld these plates to the floor. And these were actually leftovers from work. There are some sort of weld nut or whatever with a M8 tapped hole. So I bought M8 flange bolts, which are a nicer looking bolt to run through those seats. So I'm going to weld. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to tack these to the plate, and then I'm going to pull these off to weld these fully. Then I'm going to come in here and clean up where all my spots are. And this is just a locator, just because I need to mark that one too. But they've undercoated this thing, but they undercoated smooth over grease and dirt from, you know, 60 years ago. So I'm not really taking off any undercoating, maybe here and here. And I may go back with some aerosol undercoating and just spray over it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Same way, here's the plates over here. You might be thinking, and then on the back sides of these plates, like this one I accidentally did on the wrong side, but this is a weld through primer on the back sides of all these plates. So let me get in here and get these things tacked up and pull them off I'm gonna take the seats back out of the truck before I go to welding these things to the floor, because I do not want those seats to smell funny or anything remotely happen to them. So yeah, that's where we're at. Get these things knocked out and we'll jump on something else. All right, got the seats pulled back out, put the bolts back in. I got them tacked to the floor. It was tough to get this floor as clean as it needs to be to weld it. And I sprayed the spots with brake cleaner to try to help them out, but got these tacked in there. I need to tighten this one up a little bit more because I need to suck it up to the floor a little bit more. But yeah, get these tacked in, weld all 4 of these holes up to weld this stuff with that kill mat mess down on the floor already. But you know, it's just another one of them things. A lot of out of order on this truck. I mean, I'm not, well, 2 different people or 2 different places. I don't know how many people worked on it, but just it's just how it goes. But I'm not saying that I do everything in order, but for everything that I'm doing to it, some of this stuff's just not in order. Hopefully I don't catch nothing on fire. That's my main thing. This is probably where I need a helper. Might be a good idea. Might have to call the wife. But let's get some welding done. You can definitely tell it ain't clean enough. All right, there's one. Ow, that went down my sleeve. See this one too good. All right, I got these plates welded in. No I don't, I missed one complete one. Anyway, I have to do that one in a minute. Thankfully everything's still under here, but I got all the plates but this one welded in there. That was a pain in the honey. Seats are done, the mounts are in, other than welding this one and squirting a little black paint on these plates. I'm not going to install the seats right now. I'm actually going to cover those things up and put them in the Connex where they're safe. And I'm going to move on to this mess right here. My plan for this didn't exactly work like I had hoped, but I'll get to that in the next video. So we got the seats done. Let's grab the old Sharpie and see what we can mark off the list. Seat tracks and mounts. Fuel lines. This is next. Bed spacers, speedometer, grease front, e-brake, kill mat. I found a fan shroud and fan on Facebook Marketplace that might work, so I need to go check that out tomorrow. Exhaust works. So, trans mount and spacer. So, still 78,000 things left to do, but that's all right. We'll get to it. But I guess that'll do it for this one anyway. Plenty more episodes to go. I'm going to try to keep them short and sweet, just hit and miss here and there because, well, they get too long and there's too many to do. Not enough time to edit. and not enough time to video. So thanks for watching Left 4 Dead Garage. We will see you on the next one.